Hello, welcome back. So in today's session, we'll learn about modules in Python. So let's get started. So what is a module? So module is basically a collection of code which are placed in a single file. So if we see our previous examples, so you see this code grows very long, right? So the number of lines in this code is 70. As we add more functionality into this file, the number of line will keep on increasing. So in order to minimize that, we can have modules in Pythons. So what's a module? So a module is a file that contains code to perform a specific task. So a module may contain variable, function, classes, etc. Okay. So let's see an example here. Let me create a new file and let's say example.py. And here let's have one function. Let's define a function def add. It will take all the arguments and then we'll say return sum and we'll add all the arguments. Okay, so we'll say return sum args. Okay, so we have this module. It has some functions. Okay, so we say that a module is a file that contains code to perform a specific task, right? So this module contains add which will perform a specific task. So now I want to import that module here in this code.py. So what I can say import example. Okay, so here are what I can say print example dot we have add and let's pass few numbers here 10 12 13 and if I run this code, so you see we get the sum, right? Also, if you don't believe me, let's add print here and let's say I am from the example file. Let me run this code. So it says I'm from the example file and it means 35, right? So this is a user defined module. You remember earlier we used date, we used date time. So this is also a module. Okay, so this type of modules are called built-in modules. So it comes with the Python. Okay, and the one which we import, let's say import again, let's import example. Okay, so this is a built-in module and this is a user-defined module. Okay, so let's use this date time. Let's say print, we'll say date time dot date time dot now and let me run this code and you see we have this date time. So we're using this built-in module. So here let's say we have so many methods here. Let's say add, let's have another method called add1 and let's have another method called add2. Okay, so we have these multiple functions in this example.py. From that example I just want a single function which is add1. If I want to import specific functions or specific class, so what we can say, we can say from example import add. So I can also say this way. So if I run this code, it will still work. You see? So this type of import is called from import. So we can do the same with datetime. We can say from datetime import datetime. And now I can directly use datetime. And if I run this code, it still works. Also, let's say we have here datetime, right? So let me comment this. We can also import and everything. So I don't want to import just add, I want to import everything. Okay, so if we want to see which all modules are present in this, let's say I can directly say add. If I run this code, it should still work because I've imported everything from this example module. So I'm able to access this add. So if you want to see which all modules or which all functions or methods like we are having access to when we do like this, to check that we can say print and you can say dir. So if we run this, if we just do this, if we run this code, we will see all the function names in this module. So we have add, we have add1, we have add2, we have datetime, and we have all these other things. So all the names defined in our current namespace can be found out using the dir. Okay, so if I want to specifically find for this example, so I can say import example, and if I run here example, and if I run this code, I will see all the functions or all the built-in modules and function of this example. So in this case, we can see add, add1, add2, and then we can see all the other dunder methods. So these are basically modules in Python. So why are they useful? They are useful because we can distribute our code based on the principle. And then we can place the code in different modules. Let's say we can place math related calculations to a math module and we have different business logic in different modules. So this way we can have a separation of concerns and then we can make our code more organized, which will be helpful to debug. Okay. So I hope you find this helpful. Hope to see you in another session.